Hey guys, it is 8:03 in the morning and I'm in the living room at the moment. Unsurprisingly, my alarm did not go off, so I've been awake since about 6-ish. I didn't get to show you anything on Cut to the Kill last night because I finished editing around 11:30 and by then I decided to take my nap. My alarm was set for midnight and that did not happen. So my sleep schedule is still not reset and it's beginning to be irritating. But I edited technically 3 chapters yesterday, but I also re-edited the prologue since I had to fix some formatting issues. I had to fix that thing on the bottom of the pages that I showed you, and then there was an extra blank page in between the acknowledgements and the prologue. So if the book was actually printed, the prologue should be, like if this is the book, this is the side with the cover. If the book was actually printed and I was holding it in my hands, the prologue should be on this side, the odd page side. And when I went through it yesterday, I noticed that there was some sort of weird issue with my Kindle app where it was putting in 3 blank pages in between the acknowledgement and the prologue, and that was way too many pages, first of all. And it's because there should have only been 1, because the gutter, while it was still on this side, which the gutter is that larger blank space for the binding, Word still had it set so that way the odd page had that gutter, so I was convinced that my formatting was correct, but there was an extra page in there that shouldn't have been there, so there's only 1 blank page in between the acknowledgements and the prologue now. But Word didn't change the gutter to the other side. So I didn't even notice it until I picked out the Kindle issue, and it took me physically counting the pages to figure out what the hell is going on. But I fixed that. But since I re-edited for the prologue, I edited 4 chapters yesterday of Cut to the Kill, which ended up being 5,775 words. That's based on the old chapters from edit 7. That's not counting any changes that I've made. But when I wasn't on the computer, I was writing down a list of changes that needed to be made to the Word document. When I got back on the computer, I made those changes, and then while I was editing on my iPad, I was making the changes that I noted on Word, so that way it wouldn't take up all the space on here. I'm also taking important notes on Cut to the Kill here, counting the victims, counting dates. There's one part that I think, even though we're in the 8th edit, that needs to change just because I think as it is right now, it makes it seem like Thomas and Chris, the 2 main characters in the FBI section of the book, it makes it seem like they're absolutely terrible at their job because of the way that this certain thing happened. And I think that needs to change because they aren't terrible at their job. So it just needs to change so that way, without spoiling anything, that it's not the first victim they're talking about and that it's one of the ones in between. I think that will make it less terrible. But overall, so far, despite all the changes that I'm making, which normally doesn't happen during an 8th edit, but I think it's good because it means that I'm still paying attention, which isn't something that I ever did with like the Baker series or Ashley Jones or anything like that. But I still, despite all the changes I'm making, I still am very, very proud of this book. I'm still 100% behind it, and I'm still absolutely excited to get it out this year as part of my new leaf. I am aiming for June. That is the goal. As long as nothing drastic happens and Ashes in the Light goes as planned, that will still happen, but we'll see. So I'm going to turn on Uncharted, like I've been doing. I'm going to get to writing on The Spectator, see what happens there. Depending on how writing goes, I'll either move to editing or writing MOH or whatever. Yesterday, when I started editing Cut to the Kill, things just seemed to absolutely slow down. I was having anxiety issues due to something completely unrelated to writing, but it deeply affected my editing, and that's why it took so damn long to edit 5,700 words. So I didn't get around to Dwindling Fire of a Detective, so I'll have to edit more words on that today, which isn't a huge issue. I think that's like 4,000 words today or something. But either way, that's the game plan. I'm hoping things go a little smoother today. If writing goes quicker on Spectator than it did yesterday, I'll be able to get to editing sooner. But we'll see. And I will update you guys when I actually have something to update you on. Alrighty, it is 4:55 and I just finished washing dishes and doing bird chores, so I'm back here on the computer. And I'm going to start with the Dwindling Fire of a Detective instead of Cut to the Kill. This one I can only edit on the computer, and we're supposed to get a snowstorm late Friday evening, I think, through Saturday. It's supposed to be between like 5 and 8 inches. It's supposed to be a blizzard, high winds, so on and so forth. And out here, that usually means lack of internet in and out, power outages in and out, and, you know, potential frozen pipes, which is all super fun. But because of that, on the chance that there might be a power outage, I'm going to do this one first and try to do the rest of the chapters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chapters left. I'm not 100% sure how many words that is. Something over 10,000, I think. But if I can get through that today, if there is an outage and whatever, then it's done and I don't have to worry about it over the weekend or anything like that. But then after this is done, I'm going to move on to either other types of research or Cut to the Kill. I might do research, try to meet the written count for today, and then move back to Cut to the Kill. Just to get my count back up, mostly. But I'm going to do that, and then I will see you when I have an update to give on Baker Book 6. Alright, super quick here. I finished the re-edit. I've run it through Grammarly already, but I'm not going to worry about putting it into KDP yet until after I do the Kindle version, and I'm not going to do that until at least tomorrow. I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. So I'm going to move on to Cut to the Kill while I watch TV here, so I'll mostly do it during commercial breaks. And then I will see you guys at some point when I accomplish something. Alrighty, so it is 10:15 p.m. I edited these 4 chapters, which is 4,838 words. Again, that is based on these numbers from Edit 7 and not anything that I have added or taken away. I'll determine the overall count based on Microsoft Word's count at the end of this edit. Changed a few more things. All of these are new today. And then we have these. This is my little accordion, sticky note thing, so that way when they're done, they'll fold back into each other and I can store them nice and easy. I used to do those all the time, and I'm doing them again. But otherwise, I am done working on edits today. I'm going to potentially either do some writing in the Spectator, attempt to write something in MOH, or move on to research. I'm not 100% sure yet. Research completely depends on if I can find my one notebook that I need for the research I want to do. But either way, I will either update you guys one more time before I go to sleep, or sometime after I wake up, depending on when I take a nap and when my alarm goes off.